I know you are not here to hear from me, so I am going to, at this time, introduce Mr. Price and our fantastic 5th grade musicians.
We have 4 groups that will perform for you this evening. 2 of the larger groups, orchestra and band, and then 2 smaller groups in between, which are we're really excited to present to you this evening. But to get things rolling, we're going to bring out our 5th grade string orchestra, so if you please give them a round of applause to welcome them in. Okay, we have 5 selections for you this evening. The first one is a piece entitled Prelude and Fugue, and we are just performing the fugue section of this piece. It's a piece written in the style of Johann Sebastian Bach by a contemporary composer, Brian Ballinger, who writes really great string arrangements for this level and middle school. So we'll get right to it, and here is Prelude from Prelude and Fugue. All right, thank you very much. The next piece that we have for you is a piece that was written by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. So our first piece was kind of in the style of Bach, who is from the Baroque era, pre-Mozart. Now we're in the classical period with Mozart. This piece is entitled Episode K216. It's a very fun, bouncy, upbeat piece, and we hope you enjoy it. All right, our next selection is by another composer that is from the next time period after Mozart, or probably late classical, early romantic, and his name is Anton Bruckner. And this piece is entitled Little Song, which is just a name that the arranger gave to this piece, which is from a larger piece of music. So here is Little Song. Selection, we're going to change gears and get away from the classical style music, and now we're going to do some fiddle music from the American Appalachian Mountains. This piece is entitled American Square Dance Set. It has 3 different American folk melodies, and the one that we'll be performing is Oats, Peas, Beans, and Barley Grow. So we hope you enjoy American Square Dance. Selection for you, which is going to be performed by a smaller section of our string orchestra. This piece is entitled Autumn by Antonio Vivaldi. Vivaldi was a Renaissance composer, and he composed music for each of the seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And I found a really nice arrangement for these students that they were showing. They worked a little extra hard and they were able to learn it. So here is autumn, and then we'll get our next group up. Thank you. We're going to have this group exit the stage and bring up our next group. So as they're on their way out, please give them another round of applause. Go ahead. another group that I have not yet had any students learn this style of music. I have a little jazz group prepared for you this evening. So these 6, 7 students really ran with this tune so far this year, and I hope to do more in the springtime. So I'm going to help Jack and get ready here, and I'm going to ask the jazz group to please come out on the stage. The piece that we have to perform for you is entitled Jada. In jazz, sometimes the composers would just name their tunes after the sound that the rhythm would make. So in this case, Jada is the rhythm that you'll hear. Jada, Jada, throughout the little tune. So here is Jada. And let's just keep on rolling here, and let's please invite the 5th grade concert band up on stage. Come on out, guys. It's these shiny shoes. I did it too. All right, our concert band has 4 pieces prepared for you this evening. Before I do that, I will do my thank yous now. So I first and foremost want to thank all of you for being so supportive of your children learning an instrument. I know at times it can be quite challenging at home. Sometimes the sounds can be a little difficult. But these guys are really, really doing a great job. I'm really proud of them. I challenge them, I push them, and they really take that and run with it. And I hope you see that we're doing some really great and fun music, and they're learning a lot. And I hope growing as people. So thank you so much for your support in their musical endeavors. I want to thank Mrs. Kowalik, our principal, for her support. She's popped in a few times on her rounds around the school, and I just really appreciate that. So thank you for your support. Thanks for coming out tonight. I want to thank our supervisor, Mr. Wardell, for coming out. He came out this morning for our in-school, and he's here tonight. So thank you so much for coming out and supporting our students. Appreciate it. I want to thank Mr. Ryan and all of his custodial staff. They've gotten the cafeteria ready for all 3 of our performances to make it into a concert hall for us, so I want to thank all of them. They work really hard to keep our school looking nice and help us out, so thank you all. I didn't see anybody, but I want to thank the Ewing Public Schools School Board for supporting our program. They really do appreciate the arts and help keep us doing what we do. So thank you all so much. And I want to thank Miss Miner, our new vocal music teacher. She's here tonight helping out. So thank you for coming out and supporting everybody. And that's everybody. So let's get right back to it. So our band has 4 pieces. We're going to start with a piece called Chorale. It's another piece that's in the style of like Baroque music. We use it to work on our tone and playing together, and it's just a really pretty piece. So here's Chorale. We're going to take a little trip to New York City, to Central Park. The composer of this piece was kind of reminiscing about his childhood in New York City and taking walks through Central Park with his family, and so entitled this piece, A Walk in Central Park. So he wants you to just imagine maybe walking through the park, hearing musicians through the park, or just a nice, lovely day walking through Central Park. Going from New York City, and now we're going out to sea. This piece we're really excited to share with you. It's entitled Sea Shanty. And a sea shanty, as you know, is a song that sailors would sing to help pass the time on their long voyages across the ocean, to do work and have a good time. So to set the mood, you're going to see and hear a couple interesting percussion instruments, and we'll talk about it afterwards. So here is Sea Shanty. All right, so we hope you felt like you were on the ocean. How we did that is Jack was playing what's called an ocean drum. It's a frame drum that has a plastic head on the bottom and metal beads on the inside. So when you turn it up on angles and swirl it, it gives you that feeling and sound of rolling waves. And Ryan had an actual ship bell, donated so graciously by Mrs. Duncan in 2nd grade. She just had one in her classroom. So that's how we got that cool introduction to our sea shanty. So thanks, guys. Nope, thanks. Our final selection for this evening is a march. I always like to do a march with the band because that's where concert band came from. We took the band from the parade route and put them on stage, and so I always like to do a march in every concert. So this march is entitled Admiration March. Again, thank you so much for coming out and supporting your children in music, and I will see all of you again next week for our vocal music concert. So thank you again, and here we go. One more time for our orchestra and for our concert band. All right. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. Your students, your children will go down, get their stuff, and then come back to you. That way we're not all over the place.